Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's this time of the week that we like to say...
Welcome to Eejits of the World!
With you,
Glenn Wall and you,
Andrew Maxwell. And what a cornucopia of clowns we have for you this week. We have the Eejits of British politics. Again.
We got the Eejits of the papacy.
We've got the Eejits of Dutch football.
And we have the Eejits of Australian billionaires. Fun in the sun.
Fun in the sun. How's the weather for you, Mr. Glenn?
Well, it's springtime in England and the weather is breezy.
Changeable is what it is, I'd say. What an up and down June we've had here. Ooh, it's hot, it's cold, it's cold, it's hot.
It's impossible to dress for.
Oh, I'm glad we've still got
Russian guard hat and a bikini. I'm like a Van Halen video over here.
Oh, somebody's got to be provocative leaning out the window of an open-top Corvette.
How do you think I got here?
I was going to say hard work, but it probably wasn't easy.
Yeah, sadly, I was the only one in that car. Hey, buddy, sit down.
Take your sexy head off. Well, we salute you, people out there in the hot, cold world. We raise our mulled margaritas to you.
High in the sky.
All right. So, shall we get into our first Eejit of the week?
Let's do it. Who do you got? What have you found?
Good Lord. This is a nail that will not be hammered down. We are now weeks into the British general election. There's been many disappointing results all across the democratic world. Modi didn't do as well in India as he wanted. The ANC didn't do as well as they wanted in South Africa. Macron yesterday didn't do so well in the EU elections.
Yeah.
But out in front, like showing that Britain is still number one in the world in useless politicians. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak.
Oh my, he's had a bad war.
How do you start your election campaign by going, I want to bring back national service. This country needs to toughen up. And then 2 weeks later, you prove you can't even last an afternoon.
At a national service.
It's just everything about, he left them on the beaches.
Yes. Yeah.
What an inspirational D-Day. This is literally, D-Day is turned out to be Rishi Sunak's D-Day.
I know. We're going to have a sub-memorial for D-Day, for what happened to him.
Yeah. For the next 100 years, those privately educated twats all around him will have to have a lowering of the flag ceremony.
We'll have to keep bringing them back as they filter down.
Yes. As these political advisors age, we will never forget what they did to rid the nation of the Tory party.
I mean, this campaign manager, it's almost biblical now. What's going? It's like Job from the Bible is a campaign manager and just in the office going, he did what?
Yeah.
Because, remember last week we thought, well, that's the low.
That's the
stupid. Can't get any worse.
You can't get stupider than this.
And he was like, you wait. You're here for the dynasty. This is why I like watching the Gretzky of bad politics. He's making moves you didn't even, nobody could even thought of.
You can't see those passes coming, like.
No.
You can never see just how bad Rishi Sunak can be.
You miss 100% of the ceremonies you don't attend.
And he fucks off in a helicopter in front of them all. Right? Fucks off. And where's he going? What's he going to do? That's more important for a Conservative Prime Minister campaign. He was going off to do an interview with ITV. And it didn't say what it was. I was like, is he going off to announce that he's cured cancer?
No, it was his Love Island tape.
Rishi Sunak and Love Island. That's a hard pass from every one of those fake-lipped ladies.
Yeah, if they only had watched a bit of telly, they would have known who he was. But Not one person in that house knew who he was.
No, they're not.
Yeah, you've got a life choice in this world. Know what's going on in the world or have a neck tattoo. It's one or other.
Yeah.
And you've already chosen ugly neck.
Well,
Rishi Sunak. And he's now entered it. It's the Tory party have been around so long and so dreadful for so long that there's just, it's each one of them. He's now D-Day.
Yeah.
Before him there was Liz Truss. She was a lettuce.
Yeah,
That's all you've got to say.
She wouldn't even have known to show up.
Yeah. Is this where old soldiers throw their keys into a bowl? Oh, Liz.
They had her on the beaches.
In all fairness to Liz Truss, they probably had her in the gravel car park above the beaches.
They had her in the alley. They had her at the drive-through.
Oh, God. Oh, Liz. Oh, Liz. So, yeah, all you got to say is lettuce, and you know what that is.
Yeah.
D-Day for him, lettuce for her, Barnard Castle.
Yeah.
Partygate. Pig fucking.
Pig fucker.
Running through the fields of corn. These all make sense to people who have watched British politics descend to the point.
Yeah, Andrew's not having a stroke. These are all apt descriptions of our prime ministers.
One after another.
And this is my problem, is I moved here. Like, I'm embarrassed.
Same.
I moved here when Cameron was in charge, known pig fucker, and I still didn't, I still came.
You still sat it out. You thought, like everybody else, in a descending order went, that's as bad as they can get.
It was a high water mark.
Yeah.
It was.
Turns out, yeah.
They're actually trying to bring pig fucker back in a custodial role. He's like he's foreign secretary.
He's not. Not only is David pig fucker Cameron, Rishi Sunak fucks up so much.
Cameron.
BF Cameron, his actual initials. Pig fucker. Not only Sunak screwed up so badly at the D-Day commemorations that pig fucker Cameron stood in for the picture. Imagine that. That you mess up so badly, you're going, oh my God, can we get the guy who allegedly fucked a dead pig's head to stand in my place? He will do a noble and honourable job.
Yeah, because he doesn't have to be back at the farm till 7. That's when they feed them. So,
just, man.
See, I reckon Sunak's trying to throw it. He's trying to lose, and that's why you should vote for him. Because this is his plan all along. Because he's a billionaire. His wife is...
No, he's married to a billionaire.
Yeah, but that's, I'm
still
sure...
Still pretty good.
Yeah, so, he's, going, well, if I lose, I actually win, because then I've got to just go be a billionaire.
Be the husband of a billionaire.
Yeah.
Still pretty good.
But this is why you should vote for him. Just make him keep going to be the prime minister when he can be out on a yacht and having fun. No. Get back in there, Sunak. Because he doesn't even realize, if he tries to rejoin the billionaire world, he's the one who got the nom-dom tax loophole closed.
Oh.
So now he's got to, show up to billionaire parties, and they're just like, hey, dickhead. What are you doing here? It's like, no, you see, he goes to Nobu, and they're like, no, you go around the side. There's a little loophole that you go through, and that's how you get into the restaurant. And he's just in the alley. He still doesn't get the joke. He's like, it's closed. Hey, guys, this loophole, it's closed.
His first time at Davos. They send him out to get a tin of tartan paint.
Yeah.
Your wife can stay. She's an actual billionaire.
Yeah.
But you can go out and get us a nice tin of elbow grease. Or maybe a fishy wang from the chip shop.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're just going to... Maybe that's what he's scared of. He knows the billionaires are just going to kick him around the rest of his life.
Yeah. But the thing is, the heroism... that it was meant to be focusing on D-Day, which for those you don't know from the rest of the world, D-Day is when British, Canadian and American troops landed onto 5 beaches simultaneously across Normandy and started the downfall of the Nazis once and for all.
For many of those countries, the last and only good thing they've ever done.
But still.
Yeah,
Still
it's a great
still
thing.
a really great thing.
Yeah.
But boy, oh boy, something about D-Day brings out the numpties as well, like, you know.
Yeah.
Same people who are out, you know, absolute show no love, respect in any way for their country. The people who litter at traffic lights then get dewy-eyed in November around poppy season. That sort of, you know, the sort of people that hashtag least we forget. Oh dear. Have a look. It's an incredible hashtag.
Yeah.
Hashtag least we forget. And king of these particular type of numpties is a far-right provocateur and media piglet called Tommy Robinson.
He actually Lennon, if you're...
Yeah, real name,
yeah. Not Robinson.
Yeah. Nevertheless, there he is. Tommy Robinson, actually Lennon. He puts out for D-Day. He puts out this picture, which is just sensational. I don't know what it is. There's so many of these, you know, just populist bellends online are obsessed with AI. It's not like there isn't pictures of the heroics of the D-Day landings. There's actual pictures. You can see these heroes, actual Nazi fighting heroes, walking up onto the beaches, facing down gunning positions, you know? But no, not old Tommy. He needs to put an AI generated image, which you've got to see. Have a look at it. Have a look now.
Yeah.
Have a look. Have a look at this image. That
there. Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
That's how big the ships were.
Yes, not only that.
The aircraft destroying.
Look at
carriers.
Look at the direction the troops are going in.
They had finished, Andrew. Job done. Let's walk back into the sea, boys, from whence we came.
What the fuck? Who are these soldiers fighting? Are they going to liberate Europe from the evil of Neptune? They're liberating the fish of Europe
from Ursula, the queen.
This is even better. He got people pointing it out to him, and he tried to defend it. He tried to defend it by going, they were evacuating the casualties. What are you talking about? Dig up, stupid. You don't send troops with guns on their backs to liberate.
Sarge, I've been hit. Someone drag him into the sea. That's the only way to fix this. Get some salt water into that wound, stat. Float him back to England. Float him back to Blighty.
So insane. Just madness.
Pin a balloon to his helmet and float him back to Blighty.
It's what you would have wanted. You know what I mean? It's always here, both of us, we're Eejits of the World Headquarters is here in the UK. This is where we are speaking to you as we speak. But it's always, in Britain, it's always the ones who are like, oh, you know, really, you know, D-Day, least we forget. They're always the ones you look at them and go, man, in the Second World War, your family were pilfering off bomb sites. Your family were in North Africa or in the Italian campaign or in the Normandy landings or Arnhem or the Battle of the Bulge. You were stealing things off site. Your ass got bombed, did it? Be ashamed to leave all that crockery around in the rubble. Madness. Anyway, we salute the one or two. I think there's a couple of the lads still kicking around. They're around 104 now.
Yeah.
But, we genuinely salute all those that got up on them beaches for us and our freedom and liberty today, and we genuinely blow a Bronx cheer. The Tommy fucking Robinson.
And
Man alive.
and Rishi Sunak.
Oh no, Rishi, you keep going, buddy. Apparently he was so upset that it had gone wrong that he cancelled all his appointments.
Which he should have done before. Yeah.
Many
Oh,
years.
so you can cancel an appointment, just not for a service. Just I'm sad now.
He should have cancelled every single appointment the day he got married. Once you married that billionaire, you should have put your sliders on and disappeared into history.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he's got 4 weeks, and then that's going to be the case.
Still longer than Liz. You still lasted longer than Liz.
Yeah.
So-
He's lucky he came along like right after her too, because people still remember her as the worst.
Yeah.
He just was a bad campaigner, but she actually broke like stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still not fixed yet.
Yeah. When you're the outbreak of cholera after the Black Death, nobody remembers you. You're just a shitty streak of shit.
Yeah, you're just something that happened to the East End.
Yeah, it wasn't the whole continent.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Well, legacies, political legacies. We wish you all the best. And we genuinely ask everybody to continue doing the politics. You feed us. You feed
Yeah.
us. You nourish us.
Yeah.
Good. So do you have a story for me, Mr. Glenn?
I do. The Pope of Rome, the Vatican man.
The Vicar of Christ, nonetheless.
Yes, that's
Il Papa.
right. The Argentinian dream.
That's it. That's what they call him, the Holy Father.
That's right. He was in a meeting and he used a derogatory slur towards gay people.
Homophobia in the Catholic Church.
Yeah, that's not where you go if you don't like gay people.
Again, in that interview, right, it was a closed-door meeting with all the bishops, right, so it's all the top lads.
And by the way, which, Bishop Judas, how did it get out?
Yeah.
Who ratted on the Pope?
Yeah, good point. Good point. Who exactly snitched out the Pope?
It wasn't me, Pope. Yeah.
Everybody in the room, I'm going to bash one of you bishops. There's rumours that there's gays around here. One of you...
Is it me, Jesus?
Genuine. So he used this term... it's Italian. It's basically, it's a derogatory term.
Fragolilo.
Yeah, I don't know. That
It looked like a delicious pasta.
Yeah, that could either be...
Franciginone.
Yeah, that could quite... Yeah. Basically, it's 4 seasons homosexuality.
Yeah.
I don't know. 4 cheeses.
Yeah, what kind of sauce?
Anyway, he was in this meeting, right? This is how it went down. He went, the Pope went to all the bishops in Rome. He went, don't let gay men train to be priests. We've had enough of that. Use the slur, right?
Yeah.
Right?
So change forever then.
Yeah. I was like, I think you find that barn door has been left open for at least 1,000 years.
Yeah. That wasn't even it wasn't a barn there. There was no door. That was just to place the animals
Wide open. Wide open.
But yeah, this is why I tend to think the Pope is allowed to use that word just in the same, like any oppressed group. If you are of that oppressed group, you're allowed to use the slurs. If you so choose, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But this guy wears a spangly tea cozy as a hat in a castle full of gay men. That is the gayest thing. That is the gay.
Well,
he's the king of the gays.
Well, when he made this speech, right, where he went, you can't let gay men. He went deep. Men with deep-seated gay feelings.
Deep-seated.
Like that's anyway. Anyway, let's not go. Right, but this is apparently this is as it was recorded. He said this: we can't let gay men become priests. We've had too much of that. Used whatever it was, the 4 cheeses pizza word, right? The response from all the bishops in the room They all giggled.
Of course they did.
Yes, they did.
And waved.
But in my mind, like I had this, like, you know, Life of Brian moment. And they all giggled, and he was looking around. There isn't any gay men in here. There isn't any gay men in my mini country, in my mini all-male country, is there?
Father Sebastian spits his Grantini out. Who, Pope? Who do you think it is? Who amongst us?
Who amongst us has not thrown a bone?
Two of them actually had to stop having sex in the. What does the Pope say?
What did he say? I asked him, what did he say? It's so ludicrous. It's just so ridiculous. But it's not the Pope. It's, you know, I think he's painted himself into a sexuality corner there, old Popey. But I don't. Pope Frank, I'm not opposed to him. I quite like him as a Pope overall.
I think he's fine.
He did a good solid there. There was about 5 years ago, there was a bunch of Muslims were cornered in Chad and were about to be massacred by an ostensibly a Christian mob, and Pope Frank flew in and visited them and stayed with the Muslims to stop the massacre.
Wow,
that's a pretty solid thing to do.
He was able to use his martial arts skills.
Well, you never know what's underneath there. Like, you can easily get
Just
a couple of
slowly taking the hat off. I've tried everything.
Just taking the hat off. Half a dozen hand grenades fall out. What do you think was up there? More hat. It's where I keep my small arms and guns, grenades,
Yeah,
flick knives.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. But he's apparently he's a big fan of comedy.
Yes, you are correct, sir. He's called comedians from all corners of the globe.
What do you mean?
There's a big
On the phone, like he just rings him up.
I don't know if he's got some sort of symbol.
Have you got your Edinburgh show together yet? You've got the basic story. What about the MacGuffin at the 40-minute mark? What happened?
He does love comedy, so he's called all these comedians. Now there's like it's mostly
What a gathering!
Yeah. They've been called to the Vatican. Some of your Irish brothers have been
Who?
Ardal O'Hanlon, Tommy Tiernan.
Ardal and Tommy are going to the Vatican.
Yeah.
It literally sounds like a 90s road stoner comedy. Dude, where's my Pope?
And I hope they're not expecting who Ardal played, because Ardal is maybe one of the smartest guys I know. And if they're looking for what is
Father Dougal,
wide-eyed, sing the song. Yeah. I don't think they're going to be happy with their choice if they don't realize that was a character. But
what's it about?
He really likes comedy, and he said, comedians have a good way of making a joke about things that actually show you the true path to do something, and it's just it provides a little bit of sugar for the medicine, if you will. And a bunch of American comic, Chris Rock has been called in this calling of the herd. Eddie Murphy, not, because apparently only the Pope's allowed to use that word in the Vatican. But,
I watched back to Raw and Delirious, and aged like sick. Really bad.
watch back. That's all he's got.
Well,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. They're from all over there's one from like East Timor. It's really strange. Like I didn't know many of their names. It made me think, it was sobering to think that, I think I know a lot about comedy, and the 100 that got called, it was like, well, I know the English speaking ones, but I think there was 4 from Portugal.
Right. Well, You think he's?
I think
You
the
think the
Pope
Holy Father
maybe-
could be like a fan of topical comedy
He
podcasts?
might be. We'll see.
You never know.
Father, forgive me.
Forgive me for being a Protestant. I'll tell you what. I'd maybe I could just march around your big fancy building.
Well, the only one in a bowler hat.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's an unusual move, but I'd largely support it. Why not? Comedians and popes, all in one
Well,
room.
maybe he's working on his own show, and he's just gonna.
He needs writers.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're kicking a few ideas around.
Just a writing room of 100 people.
Yeah, you'd wonder, like in there, you're like, when's he gonna drop the, when's he gonna like sort of timeshare you into like, I know you wondering why I called you all here today. Now that you've had the complimentary donuts, I've been working on a few beats.
Have you seen how cheap some of these houses are? €1, you can buy a house in Calabria. Which one of you wants to present a primetime TV show, Frankie and the Clown, where we renovate a house together? You're super fussy about things. I take it more laid back. I mostly drink the wine. You deal with the builders. Well, good on the Popey.
Yeah.
It's last year. It's, I suppose the other probably most famous world religious leader would be the Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened last year with him?
Oh yes.
He's in the Pope, or not the Pope, the Tibetan Pope,
Oh right.
the Pope of the Himalayas. You can call him the Dalai Lama if you like. He's happy with any name. He'll rise above it. He'll rise above the insults.
Yeah.
He's having a your usual meet and greet job,
Yeah.
front of the global press.
Nothing weird there.
Nothing weird there. Pretty standard. He's in all his
Yeah,
robes.
he's done this for a long time,
Yeah, he's
and
been-
nobody's expecting anything other than
It's
just
pretty standard.
Yeah, he's gonna come out. He's gonna shake his little robe, and there you go.
Bless people, that
Yeah.
sort of things.
Yeah,
Good things for
say
everyone.
something that's just sort of
General-
common sense, and everyone will go, yeah,
That's
yeah.
You just say something. Yeah, where factor 50 is the only one that really counts. Yeah. Oh, it's stay hydrated in hot weather. Wow. And there's just in the background. There's just the last two remaining Beastie Boys. Just minds blown. What? Check it out. He said the obvious. But in a nice voice. It's a Dalai Lama. In the middle of all this, he meets a little boy. A little boy's performing,
Okay.
and he hugs the little boy.
Yeah.
It's fine. And he goes to the little boy, why don't you just give us a little kiss on the cheek there? So the little boy gives the Dalai Lama a kiss on the cheek in front of the world's media. Okay, all right. Still pretty normal.
It's getting weird.
It's somewhere. You can certainly see weird in the distance.
Yeah.
But
Land
holy moly, no, the whole ship ran ashore when live on TV the Dalai Lama went, suck my tongue. The Dalai Lama stuck his tongue out and went, go on, have a suck on my tongue.
Oh.
And instantly the advice was, that's the end of today. That's the end. That wraps it all up. And everybody was just like, what the hell just happened? He goes off and his advisors tried to make it cool, make it all normal, go, it's a traditional Tibetan greeting. You stick your tongue out and go, so go on, have a suck of me tongue there. Just person I feel sorry for is Richard Gere. Why not me? Just Richard Gere, just so sad.
Yeah.
I've done everything. All these years. Nothing. Poor Richard.
Yeah.
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 Hey, maybe, Richard Gere, it's time for you to return to your Italian Catholic roots. Get 10 minutes of material together. You could be in the Vatican in a month.
Oh, squinting with his... Yeah, that flop of hair. Squinting. Always squinting. He should get his eyes tested, is what he should. Get himself a pair of glasses.
You think he thought it was the Pope the whole time? Richard Gere squinting. It's going to be the Pope. He's in flowing robes and he's surrounded by sycophants. Sycophants? Yes, I am sycophant. Said Prime Minister Rishi Sunak as he left in his helicopter. Oh, well. Oh, well. Well, good luck to you, holy leaders of the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and for balance,
comedians.
for balance, me and Glenn, for the record, would be very willing to mock the moderator of the Church of Scotland if we had the first clue who that was.
Yeah.
But I want you to know,
Make yourself known.
Yeah, I want you to know, moderator of the Church of Scotland, we're gunning for you. Or the president of the annual conference of Methodist ministers, you're in our sights as well.
Yeah. We've got pretty open diaries, so, you know.
We'll work our way through them all. We're nothing if not balanced.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Well, that was a truly odd story. Thank you for bringing it to the table, Mr. Glenn. Are you ready for the world of sport?
Yes.
Football.
It's coming. It's coming home.
To Germany.
Probably. Yeah.
It is. It's the Euros are coming up this weekend. The opening game is the home host country Germany against none other than those wee tartan battlers, Scotland.
Now that's a lot of beer.
That's a whole lot of beer.
Yeah.
Lot of beer. Lot of men walking around in skirts that are usually only acceptable in a privately educated schoolgirl.
Well, yeah, and it's going to be summer too, so there's going to be a lot of sweaty ball, beer-faced men. And you'd think, well, it'll be okay. Their pants will hold that smell in. No.
Absolutely no chance. I keep my most stinky things in my sporting.
Uncircumcised drunk men in the hot summer sun with heavy woolen dresses on.
Yeah.
What's not to smell?
What's not to love? Well, there you go. But this isn't actually about the Euros.
No.
Oh, my friend, this is an an astonishing story. So, a Dutch referee has been banned for life. Verbonden verlaufen.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, that's just my fluent Dutch. Whatever.
Was he sentenced by the Swedish chef?
Everything about this story is amazing. So, Dutch referee has been banned for life. His name is Jan Schmidt, which is just John Smith. So we're already dealing with a fake name here.
Yeah, that's not his real name.
The reason why he's banned for life is because he had been refereeing the divisional championship game, the fourth division of Dutch football. So this is
still important, though.
It certainly is for the two clubs involved. Yeah. St. George versus SV De Valken.
Only one of those sounds like it's in Holland, but
true. But nevertheless, these two teams were going mano a mano for who would obviously win the season and get promoted. Jan Schmidt, he'd been refereeing the game, but he's been banned for life because after the game he was seen celebrating with the winning team, St. George. His celebration involved him singing their club song and lofting the trophy in the air. Oh, come on,
we all know the St. George's club song. That's not proof of anything. I know every word of that Dutch classic. I don't care to sing it right now, but I could bang into it at any time.
Any moment, you could break straight into the third verse.
It's not often sang, but yes, I could. Yeah, yeah, and They at the pitch they only do the first and second, but yeah, I do know that.
I find it's more noble to hum it. This story just gets so great. So there he is. So afterwards, right? He's number one. This is super bad form. If nobody's involved in competitive sport anywhere in the world, all 500 million of you, out of our 8 billion people on planet, the referee is not meant to be seen actively, openly, publicly cheering, celebrating, lifting the trophy of a game he's celebrated or
He's referee.
Refereed, officiated. Celebrate is what you do when you're a priest at a mass. Now then, they said some questionable decisions. There have been some questionable decisions in the game when he handed out 4 red cards to the other team.
Oh.
And
Well, PF Cameron or whatever the name of that team was.
SV Devalkin.
SV's the Vulcan. Yeah, maybe they were just dirty. Maybe they were.
Yeah, it is extremely unlikely that.
Maybe they were giving people ugly looks, and he was like, "There's a red card. Out."
I don't like your whole kind of vibe and attitude. Is that snooze? Have you got snooze? Snooze is illegal. Red card for you. Shock slightly down the shin. I can see your disgusting, sexy shin. Red card for you. Guy who's been rumoured to have cycled up a hill once. Not Dutch. Go. I can't help but notice this SV Develkin player's not wearing regulation clogs. It's a 4th red card for you. 4 red cards he gave out to the other team that lost. 4 red cards, and he added 15 extra minutes to the game. When eventually St. George's goalie scored the winning goal, right? And you go, how can a goalie win the goal? But you can afford to do that and play up front as a goalie when the other team only has 6 outfield players left.
Yeah, you sort of lose options. And yeah, he let it go too until they scored in like 15 minutes of injury time, which is like, how did it take them 15 minutes to score a goal
against 6 people?
There was, I saw the clip too. There was many questionable decisions. Right down, he's wearing a t-shirt when he's on stage with them singing all the songs. He's got one of those t-shirts with little pot leaves on it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, in Holland is not. I mean, it's not technically legal, but it's not illegal. But it's just even weird that somebody has that sort of I smoke pot. It's not even. It's just a reason not to trust somebody.
I just want the game over because there's so many pancakes I have yet to eat.
It's really getting backed up.
You're square. You're not cool. Which one of you guys doesn't know any songs by Fish?
I don't.
Not cool. Go. So ridiculous. Who founded Grateful Dead? Which one of you?
Why doesn't any of these questions go to St. George's, Mr. Referee?
They slayed the dragon. That's already quite important. Oh, so incredible. But he's been banned for life.
Yeah.
And his statement, now this is... We've left a question mark in the air whether he in fact does smoke way too much weed, despite the fact he's worn anybody who wears a weed logo on him is... You can smell him as well as look at him. You can tell.
Yeah. Guess what I do? We all know what.
We know.
You just did it. Yes. We all know.
We're fully aware.
It smells like you ate a skunk.
This is his statement, right? I assume the whistling is now over. But I will no longer get on my knees like I did 2 years ago. Then they can go on the beat bridge.
Was that translated into...
I don't know. I don't know if it's translated from asleep to awake.
That sounds like bad Google Translate.
But that was in a Dutch publication. I will no longer get on my knees like I did 2 years ago. But they can now go on the beat bridge.
They can go on the beat bridge.
But beet spelt like beetroot with 2 E's. It could be just some...
So whatever happened on his knees happened in a field.
I will no longer pick the beetroots for you.
All right, Jan.
Okay, Jan Schmidt.
Yeah.
Pretty. I have to say though, like the reason why I brought this story to the table is because if you have a look at the picture, he's having fun.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's got greased up hair, and his little pot T-shirt, and he's dancing around with the trophy.
He's a man who's realised he's never going to have to work again. That's it.
Yeah, the 4 guys from the Chinese betting syndicate have taken the stage with him because he's not letting them out of his sight.
Come on, guys, my new friends. Now I don't know their full names or their half names. I just gave them nicknames. This one's called Beetroot. This is called Jan the Pancake. I haven't named the other 2 because I didn't really put any money in.
Nicknames are earned.
Oh, man alive. That's some serious refereeing.
Yeah, I like him. If we can get him on the show. Yeah. Jan, if you ever want to come on.
You're always welcome.
There's a spot for you there. We got a little whistle. You can play. You can play anytime.
Yes. Now that the whistling is over.
That's the name of his biography.
He is a little...
When the whistling's over.
Well, it's that sort of... He's either corrupt or the loosest goose of all time. Like, I mean, that's some loose behaviour.
Yeah. You'd hope that he made a little money off of it, though.
Bit of walking around in clogs, Manny. These shoes won't carve themselves into a tip. Well, there you go. We wish you all the very best. Jan Schmidt.
Jan Schmidt.
You can always move to England. Just change your name to John Smith. Mm-hmm. I don't think the Tory party have fully selected all their candidates yet. There might be some room for you.
There's a spot.
There's a spot for you. Do you, Mr. Glenn, have a final tale of daftness for me?
I do. In this run, we go to Australia.
How many times have you been to Australia? In this, it's the country that just keeps giving.
Yeah, we're not trying to make any point here about Australians, but it is time to point out you do show up a lot in the show.
A lot. You truly are the lucky country.
Yeah.
For comedians who are looking for material. Every time we prospect you, we hit gold.
Yeah. And speaking of mineral prospecting, this is where we jump into that great nation. Gina Reinhardt, richest woman in Australia by far.
Yes.
And she worked hard for it. She was born into a rich family.
Mm-hmm. Which is never easy.
No, it's not. It's really hard, actually. She had a portrait painted
She's
of
a
her.
mining magnate, I believe.
Yes, she is. Well, do you get that title if you didn't start can you be born into the magnets?
I believe you can be.
Right.
She's, yes.
My point is, she didn't really do anything. She just was given these are the mineral rights, and here you go. You have them now. can you screw up the billions and billions of dollars that entails? And she's like, no, I never did. You know, it's down to $500 million, but
It's still there.
yeah, it's still money. There was in the National Portrait Gallery, an indigenous artist painted a picture of her that she did not like. Now, it's not a pleasant looking picture, but it's accurate. It's not like I knew who the picture was. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, "That's Gina Reinhardt." I know she's gonna be pissed, but you know, it's you, Gina. It's like
I gotta say, like, you know, it is not flattering.
It's got like a bit of Elephant Man. You know, like
in the portrait, it looks like the artist had caught her unawares. Like she has the look. She has the look. A fucking Yeti or a Bigfoot caught on camera, like that's what, like a billionaire caught in the wild.
Yeah, she looks like that.
She looks like this.
She looks like it was the day she learned a valuable lesson about checking a seat before you sit down. Yeah, she sat on a cat that day.
Right. I thought it was a chair full of thumbtacks.
Something was there.
Something went in.
Yeah. It's a really bad portrait, and she doesn't want anybody to see it. So, and I don't know if you're aware of the Streisand effect.
Boy, she clearly wasn't.
No.
Clearly didn't teach her that at St. Hilda's.
No, because she demanded it be taken down, and now it's just going viral all over the
world. Don't tell people.
Yeah.
I'm an extremely rich lady. Stop looking at the thing that I don't like.
Yeah. This is literally the only bad thing that's ever happened to me. It really hurts.
Oh, God. But it's just extra levels of just so much stupid going on here, right? So this picture is not very flattering, but she, you know, the source material isn't very flattering.
Exactly. It's accurate.
I think the Lord God, like, you know, it's... You know what I mean? I think if you're really going to complain to somebody, Gina, you need to look upstairs. Like.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want a polished turd for Christmas too?
The artist is willing to roll it in glitter. Anyway.
Or eat some glitter before he makes it.
Vincent Namajira.
Oh.
Right. And here's the thing, right? So I looked into this and I could understand now if Gina, she went, look, she made me look like an absolute tool bag. What an ugly picture of me. Is that the best you could do? Anyway, I've had a look at the rest of his portfolio, and the answer is yes. You should see how he has portrayed everyone else.
Yeah.
His queen doesn't look like the queen. No. Even his own self-portrait doesn't look like him. I mean, I don't know whether this guy just falls asleep on his painting arm all day and then wakes up and just is in a panic. He's got it's how I would do it and go, it's 10 minutes to 5. Let me just whip up a picture on my phone and just bash it out there. But yeah, like I thought there was, you know, originally it was like this is sort of a social commentary, you know, the great and the powerful who still have so much sway over the land of Australia.
Yeah.
So the royal family, leading public figures, the wealthiest business people. But even his own self-portrait is pretty poor. Like.
But it was but this is what he does. So there was that picture was in amongst 100 in that gallery.
Oh yeah.
Nobody would have taken any notice unless you stood up. And it's a lesson to you kids out there at home. If something really pisses you off, don't tell anybody. That's what people will use as ammunition against you.
So I looked into her. She's very well known in Australia because she's instead of just taking all her billions and just enjoying it, she's constantly throwing herself into into public debates and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
She actually funded the Western Australia Independence Party. Because she's from Perth, right? She's in Western Australia, where all the mining money is. Perth is, if you've never been to Perth, it's so rich. It's insane. These 2 million people who are just high on the hog on all the extraction money. So unbelievably rich. This is how rich they are in Perth. The last time I was in Perth, I was warned not to go to the bad part of Perth. And Perth is so rich and prim and nice. I was like, how bad can it be? So I had to go there. It's called Northbridge. Anyway, I went to Northbridge, and it's meant to be the rough part of town. If Perth was in Ireland, it's where we'd keep the embassies. Like, it's insanely rich, right? But that's what she was campaigning for. This richest woman in Australia wanted to be even richer, so that she wouldn't have her money, and all the other riches of Western Australia wouldn't have to share their richness with all those stinking merely rich people in the rest of Australia. And I was like, you haven't quite thought it through, right? So Western Australia splits away from the rest of Australia because it doesn't want to pay in because it's so rich. Who's then going to protect you from the outside world? Yeah? Now that you won't have the Australian Navy or the Australian Army backing you up.
Yeah.
Yeah? Gina?
Well, I think they should let them secede, but also put her on the money and use the portrait from the gallery.
Very, very nice solution. An elegant solution, Mr. Glenn. The ideas, man, that you always wear and you always knew was in there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's what I would do if I was Australia. That's why I don't get to run many things. But,
I like that. That's an excellent solution and a very neat conclusion to this week's Eejits of the World. Thank you. Well, thank you, Eejits, who've taken part in this week's show. Australian billionaires.
Yeah.
British prime ministers.
All of them. They all got a run in today.
Strange holy men.
Hey.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you've enjoyed this week's cornucopia of clowns, like and subscribe.
Yeah, do that.
We're all on all the social medias.
Leave comments and follow us and all that kind of stuff. Any little thing you can do, get out there and do it.
Scroll us onto toilet walls.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we want to be getting. That's how we want the fame to spread.
We want to be sprayed on the toilet walls.
It's been a Pod People production.
Pod People production.
People production.
Pod People.
In collaboration with